is the Lars Larson Show.
Welcome back to the program. It's First Amendment Friday, and I have a confession to make. Tina does not trust me in the kitchen, and nor should she. My best acquaintance with cooking anything is in the microwave, and usually not even that. Don't even trust me in the kitchen. But I do know this. I love the natural gas stove that we have, and I think that it's a very good one. And every professional cook, chef in the world that I've ever had occasion to meet, not that many outside the United States, but all the pros cook on gas. Nobody cooks on electricity. And yet the Harris administration, if, God forbid, Vice President Kamala Harris becomes president of the United States in January, I have a feeling all that cooking on gas is going to come to an end. O.H. Skinner joins me now, executive director of the group called the Alliance for Consumers. O.H., welcome to the program. Should I call you O for short?
No, OH is great. Thanks for having me on, Lars.
Very good. Should we expect a natural gas stove ban or some clever efficiency argument that's going to be used to effectively ban gas stoves while still giving her plausible deniability? We didn't ban them. We just made them more efficient.
Yeah, that's exactly what you should expect because, I mean, at the end of the day, you got to remember that the positions that the left are advancing are clear and the track record of the Biden administration is clear. And what we've just learned is that Vice President Harris has brought on this woman, Camilla Thorndike, from a left-wing group that tries to ban gas stoves as her new climate advisor. What we're going to see here is gas stoves, refrigerators, countless items are just going to start vaporizing off of store shelves because that is necessary for the left to get to their net zero commitments. They are very clear with where they want to go, and the steps along the way are going to start to feel very painful for everyday consumers.
And is there any sensible reason to say we want to ban? Now, I've heard Trumpka, the son of the old labor boss who heads up consumer product safety. He said, having these natural gas or propane stoves in your house, it pollutes the air inside your house, makes it dirty. It's dangerous to you and your family. Is there any sensible argument that any of that is actually true?
It doesn't make sense on a level of how clean our water is, how clean our air is. At this point, they are just advancing in efficiency or safety at all costs. I mean, at the end of the day, the same arguments that they're advancing for this are why they're going to try to take away your ability to have an air conditioner, your ability to have a furnace that's in your home. I mean, at every step of the way, they're just trying to wipe away the things that the most important thing to understand here about stoves is they have a commitment to reach net zero on emissions. Net zero means zero. They need all the natural gas to go away in the country. They need all of the gas-powered cars to go away. When they get there is the only thing they're willing to debate. But they are going to take away each one of these items as fast and as effectively as they can. And to your point, they're always going to have this two-face. It's the classic. They're going to say that what's happening isn't happening. Then they're going to say it's rare. Then they're going to say it's good, right? So they're going to allow you to buy certain Nancy Pelosi can still buy a $5,000 refrigerator, but most of the people
you think she got that Sub-Zero for $5,000, OH? Because she got a smoking deal if she did. Okay, sorry.
Well, okay, then there you go. Yeah, great. $15,000 refrigerator. The point is, she can still buy what she needs no matter what the efficiency rules are. But most of your listeners, if they went out today and tried to buy the exact same refrigerator with the exact same standards that they have in their house now, wouldn't be possible. They'd be buying something that does a worse job and costs more. And they're just going to keep doing that. And then they'll say, you still have a choice. You and I, Lars, we could just buy the Nancy Pelosi refrigerator set. That's all. That's available to us, Lars. Don't you know choice exists? But you and I both know that that's not how everyday people live. They don't get to live with that kind of a price point. So that's the thing. You've nailed it on the head. They're going to ban things. They'll say they're not banning them. They're going to wipe it away, but let Nancy Pelosi have it. And everything in your house, your dishwasher, your refrigerator, your gas stove, your gas-powered car, your air conditioner, your furnace that you have, they're slowly trying to wipe them all away in pursuit of their overall goal that they've made very clear.
By the way, I'm talking to O.H. Skinner. He's the executive director for the group called Alliance for Consumers. I was talking to an HVAC guy the other day, and he was complaining about the fact that they're changing to yet another formulation of the magic fluid that runs through the air conditioners and actually makes your house cool. or in the case of a heat pump, makes it warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer. And he was complaining because he said, they want us to use this stuff that's more flammable. And I said, what? I said, you're going to have stuff under pressure flowing into your house through pipes that do occasionally leak, and it's flammable? He said, oh, yeah. And I said, and those pipes are running through a box that's full of electrical switches and devices? He said, yeah. And he said, but they say it's better for the environment, even though it's more flammable than the stuff they use now. And of course, every time they upgrade to a new kind of fluid, they'll say, oh, your old machine won't work on the new fluid, and we can't buy the old fluid anymore. So you got to buy a new machine and the new fluid. Oh, and by the way, it might catch fire.
That last part, Lars, I cannot emphasize enough how infuriating this is to everyday people. They tell you that it's more efficient to have their new magical formulation, but they're not factoring in the number of people, the number of families that when they have a leak or a thing are told, sorry, we used to be able to fix this for $500. Now you need to buy a new $30,000 air conditioning system. Sorry, the government won't let us refill it. Sorry, the government won't let us do this. As if that's more efficient for the world. As if Mother Gaia is super happy that now you're buying a new air conditioning system. It's almost like, Lars, the pain is the point. It's almost like all these articles that you read in the paper about how great life is without air conditioning is what they actually want. It's almost like it's convenient that when they won't let you refill it and you can't afford a $30,000 full air conditioning system, you might just go without it. And then you would understand the freedom, Lars, the freedom of living the progressive lifestyle dream.
You mean they can add to, in the future, you will own nothing and you'll be happy and you'll sweat. They could add that to the Klaus Schwab nonsense.
You and I are chuckling, but the number of articles, almost like it's coordinated in the months leading up to this election, that have been lionizing life without air conditioning, lionizing life without a dishwasher, as if an everyday family with 3 kids like mine has is really looking forward to a future with a 5-year-old and no dishwasher.
And you don't mind a dishwasher that takes 3.5 hours to get the job done, do you?
Oh, no, yeah. Pay more, does a worse job. And, and Lars, let's focus. Why does it take 3 hours? Because they've cut the amount of water you're allowed to use, the amount of electricity you're allowed to use, so close to the bone that they have to make the same water go around 300 times now at lukewarm temperatures to get it mostly clean.
And don't forget about the detergent, because they also played games with that too, didn't they?
Yes. And this is what people need to understand is these people, these Camilla Thorndikes, these activists, they are looking at every little thing in your life. This woman in the article that I commented on Fox, this is the kind of person who says it's a real ethical choice. I'm not sure whether it's ethical to have kids. I'm not sure whether I could have kids for the environment. They're not solving for making your life livable. They're solving for how to get to net zero as fast as they can reasonably accomplish it without rebellion from the voters. And I think people have to just understand it's intentional. The pain is part of the mission.
And they're doing it all without ever taking to the people's representatives, because how much more convenient is it to have nameless, faceless bureaucrats who are never elected and can't be unelected actually do the deed? Because then when you complain, you can't say, well, write to your congressman or vote him out the next election, because it was done by somebody who cannot be fired from his job, who works in the deep state federal bureaucracy. That's O.H. Skinner from the Alliance for Consumers. Back in a moment. It's First Amendment Friday. If you want to join what we call the best conversation in talk journalism, it's always right here at 866 Hey Lars. That's 866-439-5